Hello, in today's video I'm going to show you how to calibrate the LaserPecker 3. Firstly, before we start, we want to make sure that your LaserPecker 3 main unit is actually level on the stand. The way we do this is you take your level spirit to make sure that the base is actually level. Now we check the main unit, which is not. So the fix is actually quite easy. Here I have a little plastic card. I'm going to use this as a shim to put it here in between the main unit and the bracket. Don't think it's going to be a perfect fix, but it's already a lot better than before. From here you can see on the x-axis it's level. The head is a little heavy, so it's dipped a little bit. You can see from this bubble here. I'm going to leave it as is. This is good enough for now. Once the main laser unit is level, next step is to set the laser to the right height. What we do is as normal, we connect the laser to the LaserPecker app, go to settings, enable ranging lamp. I think this text label used to be called something like red light on or something like that. The translation keeps changing, but you get the idea. We're going to enable the ranging lamps or lasers. Then here I'm going to raise my LaserPecker to the right height until the two dots overlap. Okay, we're done. I'm going to quit the LaserPecker app. And before we start calibration, I want to show you that this is the calibration sheet that you should have printed. Make sure you print this on the ISO standard A4 piece of paper. When you print, in the scaling option, make sure you set scaling to 100%. Otherwise, if you leave it to automatic, etc., it's going to take care of the non-printable borders. Therefore, normally the printer or the program will shrink this page a little bit to something like 96%. Yeah, so that's something to watch out. If you want to be really sure the size is correct, you want to measure the width here to be 60 millimeters and the height of the inner rectangle to be 90 millimeters. And next, let's cut this off. Okay, now I have one calibration card cut off. Note that this is the one I used before. You see the burn marks here? That's burnt through basically. So what happened here was I enabled infrared laser as well as red laser during calibration. And because this grid was printed using a laser printer, what laser printer does is basically it's melting very fine black plastic powders onto the paper to form all the markings and letters and drawings you see here. So although the infrared laser wouldn't burn white paper or red laser wouldn't burn it, when it shines onto these black lines or black dots, the plastic actually absorbs laser energy and then starts burning. So that's why I have all these holes burnt through on this piece of paper. And this is also why I put a second card on this printout, just in case you need a spare one. Next, we're going to run the calibration app. Here, after launching this app, it has searched and found my LaserPecker 3. what I'll do here is I tap on it to connect, and upon connection you will see that the infrared laser has been turned on, not the red laser though. So to my naked eye I don't see anything here, but actually to the camera it can pick up the infrared laser, and conveniently the calibration app has a camera in the top half. So the first thing we do now is let's click on show center point and then to red light only. So that would turn off the infrared light, which is harmful to naked eye. Now we have a red laser. This is a safe laser. It's same as presentation laser pointer. So we're going to use this center point here to line up this reference card on the base plate. Okay, now we have the center here. How do I know if my card is level or square, if you will? So what we do here is either you can eyeball it, because we have these holes forming a horizontal line. You can just eyeball it to see if the bottom line on the reference card is level to this line. What I do to make sure is I use the standard thumb screws here. I put them in like this, and I would rest a ruler onto them. So I sort of extend this horizontal line up to a closer point against my reference card. So here I can see clearly that my reference card is level on the base plate, where the center is exactly at the cross here. Alright, just to make sure this card won't fly around, I'm going to use some blue tack to fix its position on the base. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Alright, I think now we can move on. Before we start calibration, let's turn the laser around 180 degrees so that when we use these up, down, left, right control, we are in the right sort of orientation with the movement. And okay, I think we can start. Again, let's press this button to show the center point, and by default it's going to trigger, I think, both red and infrared lasers. We don't need the infrared part, so let's do this. Show center point, and then quickly we switch over to red light only. And now we begin the actual calibration. If you look at the reference card here with numbering, actually let's put it here. So this is number 1, first point in the center. If I press confirm on the app, it's going to jump to the second point, and then we use the navigation buttons to move the red laser to be spot on to this corner here. Confirm, then it will jump to the third point. Then we just repeat the process for the entire sheet up to point 15. Now let me quickly do that. Okay, so you see the green light was flashing. That was right after the last point, point 15. So what I did there was I just clicked through confirm after 0.15, the green light started flashing to save the calibration data. And then without me doing anything, it will start to preview. So this preview, at least to my naked eye, it looks pretty square on this calibration sheet. So I think we are all done here. If I click quit, yeah, I think we're done. The next would be we power off the laser and then power it back on again, and then connect it to your normal LaserPecker app for engraving.